Solving quadratic inequalities. An inequality with a quadratic expression on one side and 0 on the other side is called quadratic inequality in one variable. Okay, for example, like if this one 2x squared plus 7x minus 4 if equals to 0, this one we call it is quadratic equation. Quadratic equation. But if you see here is not equal, is more than 0 or less than 0 or more than 0, less than 0, more than or equal, less than or equal, more than, less than. Okay? This one we will call quadratic inequalities. Okay, because it's not really equal. It's not really equal. If really equal, we call equation. Okay, next. And this one, where one variable means x. To solve the quadratic inequality, there are three methods. Okay, graph sketching, number line, and table methods. So now I will introduce you three methods. And later when we solve the question, normally we will use a graph sketching. Normally lah, huh? Okay, let's see the first one. To solve the quadratic inequality by sketching graph, graph sketching, number line, and table method. Okay, consider the inequality like this. There's two questions. Number one is like this, more than 0. So normally I will do like let the whole thing equals to 0. Please write LET. Then x plus 1 equals to 0, comma, x minus 3 equals to 0. You will get x equals to negative 1, x equals to 3. That means if it is equals to 0, then it will be x equals to negative 1, x equals to 3. So I will draw this graph. I will draw the graph like this. Just only x-axis only. So x equals to negative 1, x equals to 3. Then I will see it is more than 0. If it's more than 0, it's on top. More than 0. If it's more than 0, so your answer will be x less than negative 1, comma, x more than 3. This is my answer. Okay, the answer not equal, the answer is in the range. The answer is inequality. Okay, another question, if less than 0, your question less than 0, same method. Okay, again we do let the whole thing equals to 0, and from here I will get x equals to negative 1, x equals to 3. Then I will draw the graph like this. So here x negative 1, x 3. Left is lesser number. When you go to right hand side, the number will become greater. So 3 is here, not here. Okay, now then you see your inequality here. It is less than 0. Less means down. Less means the down of your graph, of your x-axis, down here, in between here. So your final answer will be in between, more than negative 1, less than 3. If here no equal, no need equal. If here like less than only, so I follow less than. So this 2 is the answer. So when you solving your question, you're doing your exercise, you just use these this one method. If more than 0, is left and right. If it's less than 0, is in between. Okay, let's see inquiry 2 in your textbook. Okay, there's 3 methods. Okay, if it's more than 0, okay, you see y more than 0, y more than 0. Graph sketching, more than 0, your answer will be less than negative 1, more than 3. This is your answer. If it's less than 0, your answer will be in between. This is I show you just now, graphical method. Okay, if number line, we also need these two number, negative 1 and 3. Okay, negative 1 and 3, meaning I let the whole thing equals to 0, I get these two, negative 1 and 3. Number line means I put the number here, negative 1 and 3. And then I substitute the value. Okay, the less than negative 1, maybe I put negative 2 as a test point, substitute inside here, Okay, inside here. So negative 2 plus 1, negative 2 minus 3. Okay, you will get a number. Okay, negative 2, okay, let's do. Negative 2 plus 1 will be negative 1. Negative 2 minus 3, negative 5. Your answer is positive 5. Answer positive, so here positive. Here. So you write positive. Okay? Okay. Between negative 1 to 3, maybe you test point, you put 0. Any number in between here. Test point, put 0. Okay, 0 here, 0 here. 0 times 0, 0. Sorry, no. 0 plus 1, 0 plus 1 is 1. 0 minus 3, negative 3. Your answer negative 3, negative. So you put negative here. Okay, test point more than 3. Maybe you put 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. 4 minus 3 is 1. Answer is 5, meaning answer positive. So you answer positive here. Right. That means it is more than 0. If it's more than 0, your answer positive here. Your answer will be x equals to less than negative 1. X equal, when your question is asking more than 0, you get positive. Positive means these two. Positive here. So your answer will be less than negative 1, more than 3. So you will get, therefore, your answer will be less than negative 1, more than 3. So this one from number line. If the question asking you less than 0, so you get negative number, negative sign here. So your answer is in between. This is the number 2. Number 1, number 2. Right? Graph this one straight away, more than and less than, in between. If number line, you need a number to substitute into equation to test. Okay, the last method, table method, range of value. Okay, if it's x plus 1, if it's x minus 3, then, okay, you see this one, if x minus 1, okay, less than negative 1, maybe you put negative 2, you put negative 2 inside, negative 2 plus 1, you get negative 2, so you put negative here. Okay, negative 2 minus 3, then you get negative 5, so negative. Okay, so this is substitute. Actually, this method same with this method, just it never use a proper number and to multiply, it just use the sign only. Use the sign. Okay, here in between, if you maybe you put 0 here, 0 plus 1 is positive. 0 minus 3, it get negative. Okay, we only see this 1 and 2 first. Okay, if more than 3, maybe you put 4. 4 plus 1 is 5 for positive. 4 minus 1 is 1 positive. Then we see the final one. Negative times negative, because these two multiply. So negative multiply negative. Negative, negative, positive. Negative plus, minus, minus. Plus, plus, plus. Okay, so that means if your answer here, question here, more than 0, your answer will be less than negative 1 and more than 0. If here asking less than 0, negative here, so your answer will be in between here. This is your answer. Okay, so for a quadratic equation in the form x minus a, x minus b equals to 0, where a is less than b, okay, if x minus a, x minus b more than 0, your answer will be left and right. A less than b means a is negative 3 and negative 1, b is 3. Okay, so a will be left and right. Meaning if it's on top, your answer left and right. If below, less than 0, your answer is in between. Okay, this show that what I show you here. If it's more than 0, you take the graph left and right. So left and right, up here. If it's less than 0, your answer will be in between here. That's all. Okay, so finish all this one. I just want to let you know, when you solve this kind of question, use this method enough. Okay, this one is introduce you. There are 3 methods to use. See which method you want to use. So for me, I will recommend this graphical method easier. Okay, let's see example 5. Find the range of value. Normally the question asks you find the range of value because the answer must be in the range. For the inequality, this. So you have to make it in general form because you need to solve the quadratic equation to get your x. Then you get your x, then only you can determine the range of value. Okay, example 5, there are 3 methods, so I show you also lah. Okay, this one, of course, you need to make it to general form. So you expand, and then go there, expand, and then you get these 2 number, factorize. So that means when x equals to 0, you write this one. I let, so you can write like this, when. So x negative 4, x 1. So negative 4 and 1. And now you see here. Okay, the factorization here, you see here. If more than 0, it will be left and right, positive, positive here. So your answer will be left and right. Okay? If here less than 0, your answer will be in between. Okay, so when you're solving the question, no need to write all these sentences. This one for you to understand. When you solve question, I emphasize again, use this method. You must let equals to 0, then you get your x, and then you just draw a simple graph like this. You show when negative 1, 3, when it's more than 0, you take the left and right, you just show the shaded region here. And that's it. If less than 0, just in between. Okay, so this one from your textbook. Again, number line, I substitute the value. Okay, substitute the value, use the test point, substitute inside, test point, substitute inside. This one, of course, you use the general form lah. Use the general form. X plus 4, x minus 1. X plus 4, x minus 1. Okay, more than equals to 0. This is the general form. After it expands. Okay, after it expands, this one, the expansion, and then this one, x go there, this one, 4 go there. It factorize. Simplify, you factorize. So you get negative 4 and 1. And then you use the test point. Less than negative 4, you put negative 5, substitute inside. You see the value or positive, then you put positive. Or negative or positive. Then that means if your answer want more than 0, so you use the left and right, the answer, left and right. Same question, using the different method, using table method also same. If it's less than 0, if in less than 4, negative 4, is in between negative 4 and 1, is more than 1. So you get, if, okay, use this again, simplify, x plus 4, x minus 1, more than 0. So this x plus 4, x minus 1, if it's more than 0, the range will be positive. So your answer will be positive, these 2. This 2 is the answer, so this 2 is the answer, hence the range. Okay, so now please try this question. Solve the quadratic inequality. Okay, now first general form. So you need to expand it. X squared more than, this one you substitute, expand inside, 2x plus 8. So every term go to left hand side. Okay, then factorize. So x, 8, 6, 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 8. So here minus 4, plus minus minus. So now you write this, let x minus 4 equals to, you write the whole thing equals to 0. Let whole thing equals to 0. Then your x equals to 4, x equals to negative 4, and negative 2. Then you draw like this. Okay, negative number, so A is lesser, B is more. Okay, then it's more than 0, so you show more than 0 is here, is on top, more on top. Therefore, your final answer, dot, 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 1 is less than. This one got equal, so I follow equal. Negative 2, 1 is more than equal 4. Okay? Okay, try this. We expand it, so x multiply 1, x minus x squared minus 1 less than equal 1 minus 2x. So now this the power 2 is negative, so I make it positive. I go to right hand side, so this one becomes 0. Positive and negative go there, become positive. Okay, wait. Negative x squared. Okay, I all go to right hand side here. Plus x plus 2x, so plus 3x. Minus 1, here 1, go there, minus 1, so minus 2. Should be like this, okay? And now I change a negative. When I multiply the negative, okay, multiply the negative, so this will be changed. The sign will change, or I multiply the negative. Okay, then now we can do the factorization. You see here, all here, the right hand side, I go to left hand side, this side I never change because plus minus only. But when I multiply the negative, in inequality, it should be changed aside. Because if 3 is less than 5, 3 is less than 5. But negative 3 and negative 5 will change. So I multiply negative, it will change the sign. Okay, this is the inequality concept. If it's negative, the sign will be terbalik because negative 3 more than negative 5. Okay, okay, now if you change, I multiply negative, the sign should be changed. Okay, so now x, 2, 1, 2, 2, plus, so here minus, minus. So I will let x minus 1, x minus 2 equals to 0, x equals to 1, x equals to 2. So I will write here 1, here is 2, and remember to shade the region if more than 0, so it will be here, more than 0. So your answer should be left and right. And here got equal, so I write equal. If here no equal, no need equal. So these two is answer. Okay?